What will people say? What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if it's not perfect? What if this page I don't have an audience? What if no one ever comes to my exhibition? What if? Darling, what if you win? Darling, what if you rise, you conquer your fears, and you win? Have you ever thought about that? Well, hi. Hold that thought. Welcome to episode 2 of My Two Cents on Vibing with Stacia. I remain your amiable host, Stacia. You're welcome. If you're new to this channel, I appreciate you stopping by. Kindly subscribe, turn on your notification to get posts like this. I go live every Sunday, and my OGs who've been supporting, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So most times in life, right, when we want to start out something, we always have that nagging thought at the back of our head. What if I fail? What if it's not perfect? What if it turns out to be whack? What if I become a joke? What if people laugh at me? What if I don't get an audience? What if I don't? So many what ifs. And it's okay, it's understandable. As humans, we've understood that life is never going to be always rosy, sunny, and we fear the gloom. And to be honest, it's really nothing to be scared of, but it's understandable that we are still scared of it. And so nobody likes to associate with failure. So we've seen how we treat people who are or who we consider failures in life, and nobody wants to be that. So sometimes we just remain mediocre, like we just there invincible, because you feel it's better to be invincible than to be a failure. And I understand you, but this is what I have for you today, right? The fact that you want to start out something, you already know that there are two possible outcomes. So it's either you win or you fail. Life is built in twos, you understand, the opposite. So there is heaven, there is hell. There is cold, there is hot. There is tall, there is short. So you already know. So that actually helps you to streamline it. Like it's already streamlined for you. So if I want to start out a business today, it's either that business grows, it's either that business serves, or it collapses, it goes bankrupt. So I know that these are the two outcomes, two possible outcomes. Now, as a person, this is what I want you to do. I want you to channel all your energy into winning. Leave failure for whoever has failure. Channel everything you have into the outcome that you want. Nobody starts anything with the intention of wanting to fail. There is a fear of failure, but nobody starts it with, oh, I want this to collapse. I want this to not succeed. So we already know that we want it to succeed. Then let's channel our energy into ensuring that it succeeds, whatever it is. So that's the first step. Number one, channel all your energy into succeeding. Go for the win. Make sure you focus on that. You have control over that, so go for it. Number two, learn. If it's a business you want to start up, learn about the industry, learn about the business, follow people who are already making it in that niche. See what they are doing, build on it, you understand, learn, ask questions. If you're fortunate to have a one-on-one with people you admire, go for it. Prepare yourself, preparedness. So number one is channeling on your energy. Number two is preparing. Once you prepare, there is hardly a chance that you will fail. 99% of the time you succeed. That 1%, well, it's the universe. Maybe something is just not right, or it's not for you, or it's not just the time. But hardly have you prepared for something that you fail. So channel all your energy into preparing to win. Okay? So then I'll tell you a story. What will people say? People will always talk. And most times it's because you have something that they admire and they don't have, or you have the courage to do something that they want to do, but because they are also scared of failing, they stay mediocre and they envy you. So don't think about what people will say. Think about what you want. Think about the goal you have for yourself, where you want to be. While I was in school, 200 level, we started the parliamentary arm of government in my faculty, law faculty, University of Abuja. And they announced, oh, if you would like to be a parliamentarian to represent your level, pick up form, indicate interest by picking up a form. So I was, oh, easy. So I pick up the form, and I didn't know you had to campaign like it was like a proper election. I was a greenhorn when it came to politics then. I think I still am. But I picked up the phone, and on the day of the parliamentary election, I lost. I didn't campaign to anybody. I just thought, oh, picking up the phone and paying the money, that already secured me a seat. And plus, we're just 7 or so. We're 7, right? But for whatever reason, they needed 6 persons, but I lost. And shortly after that was the executive election, president, secretary, and I decided to go for the post of assistant secretary general. And then the rumors started. She failed the parliament. Why is she running for this one? She's so power drunk. She will fail again. Oh, we vote. The worst part is we were 3 persons contesting for the post of assistant secretary general, and one of that person was my friend. So we had like mutual friends. So most persons were already calling for him to win. So I was listening to, sometimes when I pass, people just say, when I campaign to them, people roll with their eyes, like, oh, like, why is she so power drunk? What's she feeling like? Like, she wants to contest for this one, she will still feeling again. So I knew I didn't have the support of my level. I left them and I told myself that, God, I had to win this. I said, God, please don't shame me. I had to win this election. So I started campaigning to like other levels, 300, 400, 100, 500. I just let my level, focused all my energy into winning. I was campaigning. Now I know better, so I was meeting organizations in school. I was meeting people they called the godfathers, whatever the contestants were doing, I was doing. I was meeting everybody, the underground work. I did flyers, I did posters, I was carrying my banner, literally everything. I focused all my energy on wanting to win. And it wasn't only part of I was power drunk. I genuinely wanted to make a difference, like serve. I mean, I've always been part of the executive. I just thought, oh, I think I had the experience to actually manage that position. So I just wanted to serve. Like literally, it wasn't because I wanted to dance around with the title, right? But for some reason, people were envious, and I'd not done anything. I don't think I've done anything wrong to like anybody to get the hate that I did, but it didn't deter me. So I decided that I was just going to focus on my goal, on winning. On the day of the election, and the funny thing is, we had this, they called the House of Lords. If they adopt you as a candidate, literally you've won the election, right? Because they had like popularity, they had people, they controlled levels. Well, they didn't adopt me. They adopted the other guy. And so I was like, okay, you know what? But I said, no, the God I serve will not put me to shame, not like this. On the day of the election, just before it was the cut-off time to campaign, I was campaigning to people online. I was like, oh, vote for me. Like, I was everywhere under the sun. And when I started counting the vote, I was just telling God, I just needed 1 vote to win. Like, if it's 1 vote, let me just use 1 vote to pass these people. 1 vote, just give me 1 vote as a victory. I would be grateful. Lo and behold, result came out. I said, I wouldn't even forget. I scored 534 votes, and the other 2 candidates were at 200 and something each. And I was like, God, I asked you for 1, and you gave me over 200 extra. Like, I was super grateful to God, but it was grace and grit. I knew what I wanted. I knew the result, the outcome that I wanted. I didn't want failure again. I didn't want my political career, quote unquote, to be another failure. People already wrote me off. So if I was concerned about people were saying I would have dropped from the election, because it did hurt. I felt like I didn't do anything. I didn't deserve that. But I knew what I wanted. I knew the goal. I knew my end, my destination, and all I had to do was focus on that. They said a lot of things. Those that see, election, and after that I never did any politics, because I just felt it was just too dirty and backstabbing for me. I didn't like the energy, but I did try it out and I won. So this is what I have for you. So focus all your energy into winning. Leave what people will say. Learn about what you want to do. Make sure you are the best. Prepare to win. And I hope this message gets to someone who wants to start out today, start that business, start out that channel, start out something, and you're thinking, what if I fail? Darling, what if you win? Rise above that fear. There is a fear of failure, yes, but rise above it. You're bigger than it. You're greater than it. You're stronger than you think. You've got it in you. So focus on that, and the entire universe will give you that which you so desire because you're working so hard towards it. And I will see you next week. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I would love to hear your success stories in the comment section as well. If there is ever some time where you focus your energy into winning and you did, please share that with me. And if you're going through a part where you feel like you're a failure, you can still share that, and we will encourage you in the comment section. I go live every Sunday, so if you've not subscribed to the channel, kindly click on that button, turn on your notification to stay with me every Sunday. Let's go into the week stronger. Let's learn something. It's a safe space, right? And I'll see you next week. Thank you so much.